Welcome back to another episode of the Wrestling Aroundup, where we go through this week's biggest news. There's only one story this week. It's really, really hot. But save your banter for the main show. This is news only. But we're wrestling journalists, we're professionals. I don't want to hear you whinge about the heat in the Wrestling Aroundup. Having said that, joining me, as always, is the world-famous Sarah Peters. Sarah Peters, how are we doing?
I'm nice and cool, calm, collected, with my t-shirt tan. My two-tone arm.
Stop being banterous, Peter.
Sorry.
We've got a lot of news to cover this week. Stop being
right.
banterous and save it for Wednesday. I'm sure you'll still have your terrible bands on Wednesday. As it's the wrestling news show, we obviously have a world-class wrestling journalist in the form of Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm fully clothed. Ready to go.
Can confirm 3 out of the 4 of us are fully clothed.
I am fully clothed. I'm just not wearing the t-shirt correctly.
Again, too banterous though. I'm cutting out the banter. That's my aim for this summer, to cut out the banter on the news show. And joining me is the wonderful, ever-present, world-renowned Scoop L.
Terry's got his fucking shirt off. Right, I can't concentrate. I know there's meant to be no banner.
No banter, please.
He's doing a whole Raquel Rodriguez gimmick and the thing where he's getting his back out. Like, what's going on?
I'm putting my back on. I've got a leather chair and I'm sticking to it.
Keeps showing his nipples as well.
Yeah, I am Scoop L. I've got a scoop immediately. Literally.
Is it an ice cream scoop?
Just came through. Well, it's bad news. We're down 29 places to 174 in the British wrestling podcast charts, but people in Malaysia have let us down.
Oh.
We've gone down from 44. We're now 45.
Come on, Malaysia, do better.
Yeah,
That is outrageous.
Yeah.
So I've decided to eat malums on the hottest day of the year, and it's not going well.
Eat what?
Eat malums.
Oh, malums.
That.
Well, they've just gone real soft and real too chewy though. They're all stuck in my teeth. Right, the news. No banter. I'm just going to do it in the order that our wrestling journalist has given it to me.
In no order whatsoever, just literally.
So, starting with Ric Flair's last match. Essentially, a WWE opponent. And also, is he injured? Probably, because he's about 98 years old.
Yeah, apparently he's injured.
I mean, come on, Flair. His bones are brittle, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
How is he injured though? Like, what's his injury?
Foot injury, apparently.
Yeah.
Not enough to stop him getting in the ring though. So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not going to do much, is he? He can still chop, can't he? That would be an absolute travesty if he got a hand injury.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a tag match. His opponent is going to be announced at 6 p.m. Eastern today.
What's that in English then?
It's in 2 hours, 15 minutes time.
So guarantee it'll just after we stop recording.
Yeah, so by the time this comes out tomorrow.
I thought it was going to be announced on Raw.
No, he just used the hashtag. So people saw his tweet, I think.
Well, I saw that because Conrad retweeted it. And I thought, is Ric Flair part of WWE? Oh.
Yeah, they've started acknowledging him again.
Right, yeah. Because here's the tweet. So this was 6 hours ago. On July 31st, I'm coming after one of your own. Hashtag WWE Raw. And tonight at 6:05, the entire world will find out hashtag Ric Flair's last match. So he's not actually part of WWE then.
Do you know what I would like it to be?
I might have a Legends deal.
Right.
Yeah. Do you know what I'd like his last opponent to be though? MVP, because they had some great matches.
Not what I expected.
No.
I was expecting Sting then.
But he's on Raw, isn't he? And he had some good matches back in like 2003, 4.
Could carry him to a match.
I'd like Ric Flair's last opponent to be Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, well, long gone.
Late. It's too late. It's gone.
He had a good match with Carlito as well, didn't
he? Yeah, but come on, we're getting onto like Corbin v Angle levels now. We're getting Carlito out of retirement to go against Ric Flair. Better not be Jay Lethal either.
Viscera for me.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
I fucking know.
No.
I'm gonna watch this space. Is he just been A little bit cheeky. I thought he left his his Legends contract to start doing stuff like this, so he could go to like Starcade and stuff.
Yeah, but I think he needs the then the whole Plane Ride from Hell documentary came out.
And then the train ride from heaven, I guess, for some people.
So they're like, oh, fucking hell. Cancel it. But then something else happened in WWE, which makes this look as not as bad. So it's back in.
That's true. Yeah, what happened there? Right. Well, Ric Flair, if you are injured, just go steady, please. Actually, because he is.
It's been called out Jericho in a bit, hasn't he?
Please don't die.
Yeah, because of Jericho's promo.
Called him a Shawn Michaels wannabe.
Yeah.
Who you called Jericho Shawn Michaels wannabe?
Yeah.
It's because Jericho went along the lines of calling himself a legend, which he is. He's without a doubt one of the greatest of all time. In terms of like reinventing himself. Yeah. But he's saying that he's stolen like gimmicks and things is Ric Flair. Ric Flair, pretty sure, stole the Nature Boy gimmick. So
he's handed it, I think. Was not handed it by Buddy Rogers.
Well, he beat him and then just started calling himself. I think. But depends who you believe. But maybe Ric Flair's just been watching the build up to WrestleMania 19 and he's just got really into it. So he's been like,
really.
In Jericho, Shawn Michaels ripoff.
So I guess we'll find out if we're still recording the because breaking kayfabe, we don't record the actual main show on a Wednesday. I know, right?
We don't record it at 5 a.m. on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. We might. If it's on there, I'm sure we have a person who will tell us that there's a scoop.
11:05, though. It's a bit like that. That's
We will. We don't
I
know
might have passed out by then.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, no banter, please. That you dying counts as banter, right? So none of that, please. Right, the next bit of WWE news is Goldberg is still under contract. I think somebody asked him, or WWE contract. Somebody asked him, didn't he? Have you retired? Are you done then? And he basically said, "Well, you never done it until you die." I think were his exact words.
Well, he's been holding off getting shoulder surgery on the basis that he's waiting for the call.
We're going to see him at Clash of the Castle, aren't we?
There's going to be another... Yeah, but right. Yeah. You say that, Peters, with like a little downtrodden voice then, but you would all lose your shit if Goldberg came.
Oh, 100%.
I would.
100%.
Everyone would lose their shit if he came out.
His money, though, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, surely he's got another Saudi showing him.
Clash of the Castle. Got to be on it.
Sure.
You know, I forgot to put it on the news actually, but apparently they've announced that they've sold 60,000 tickets out of 72, and they're expecting WrestleMania weekend like vibes.
Yeah, it does look. I did have a look for the tickets actually. It's all those £100 ones that I'd sold.
Was it?
Oh, middle of the upper tier, £100. British people aren't doing it.
Whereabouts are we?
We're in the corner of the upper tier, £40. we won't be seeing a damn thing, but. Could get upgraded.
Yeah, moved to a camera.
All the corners have sold out actually. Sold out.
Are you at the stage corner? Or are you opposite the stage?
We're opposite the stage. The stage is very tiny though. The stage is the players tunnel, I think, and that's it.
Right.
It's all the way around.
Well, at least you get to see them though.
Yeah. I'm just worried there's going to be a stanchion in the way if they've got some over the ring, but it's a roof. It's got a roof on it, so we'll just close that.
Yeah.
Off there. But yeah, I can't wait. Goldberg versus Gunther in the Continental Championship. New Intercontinental Champion in 2 minutes. Goldberg.
Oh God, that would be horrendous.
You'd love to see it after that. Goldberg. That'd be great. I love every second of it. It's one of my favourite wrestlers.
Yeah. Well, just to go back to Matt tickets on the WrestleMania weekend, it should be. It's been 20 years since they've been over here.
I think the fact that it's not sold out already is just the fuck the prices up.
Yeah. British people don't like the overpay, do they?
Yeah, they could have sold out instantly.
We were all surprised as to how expensive it was.
Yeah. The travel packages, 2,500 each for the cheapest one.
Oh, that's outrageous, isn't it?
It is for what you got with it as well.
To stay in Wales, 2,500.
Early entry to the stadium. Like you need to give that to fucking wrestling fans. They all appear as soon as they get up and anyway, don't you? So if it starts at 3 and they say, okay, it's open at 10, you know that stadium is like 90% full by like 10 past 10. Do it all the time. So annoying.
As I said, if it opens at 10, you need to be there about 6 to get anywhere near the front.
Yeah.
Oh,
early entry to the stadium. Yeah, they let him in the night before. Like, it's ridiculous.
Wrestling fans are an absolute. I mean, we're all them, aren't we? But they're an embarrassment to everyone.
You just turn up to shows early. Yeah.
Well organised.
I once went to a WCW show at the O2 Academy and turned up at like 20 minutes after the doors opened. Breezed in, but it was full. We got in, couldn't get to the bar. Yeah.
And especially because British people love to queue, don't they? So it's got it all. You lot better set off now.
Yeah. I like staying in Newport.
Staying with WWE, the next Broken Skull Sessions guest is Sami Zayn. Interesting one, I think.
Yeah, I think I have a lot to talk about, won't I?
Well, I like the indies. I'm talking about the indies and stuff, and not so much the WWE, because I think they're allowed to be more open with the indies and stuff, aren't they?
Mm.
They've got a lot of footage from in the indies as well, haven't they? I think they showed it in Kevin Owens' documentary.
Yeah, well, they've started sort of showing TNA footage in some of the Broken Skulls, so...
They won't have Ring of Honor, though, will they?
No, I think they used to have like a deal with Ring of Honor, but I'm assuming they don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
I've shown with TNA, they've got some sort of license where they don't... They're basically allowed to pick what they want and put on there. They're not allowed to like have like a TNA section in the network, but they license it like a highlights package or something.
Yeah. I think it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting just because it's going to be about him and Kevin Owens, isn't it?
Yeah. Is this the one with the clips where Stone Cold's playing like video games?
Yeah.
Or is that from a different one? Is this one the same as him?
I've seen those of Stone Cold. What is he playing?
Playing Zelda, isn't he?
He's playing Zelda on 1. He's playing SmackDown 2.
Isn't that? Didn't you see it's on Cody Rhodes when he does
that real?
Quick fire questions, doesn't he?
They're probably the real, yeah.
Yeah, apparently they are real, not photoshopped.
Where Stone Cold's like, wrong, Ocarina of Time. That one.
Yeah.
What are you doing, son?
Great stuff. Yeah.
So maybe it's Stone Cold into games. Who knows?
Yeah. But it got me thinking about who needs to be on the next Broken Skull session. You ready for it? He'd win awards. Kenny Omega. I don't know how to do it. They need him on.
My favorite one's Big Show for one reason only, and Stone Cold tells him to retire. Big Show, please retire.
It's Big Show's laugh like immediately after, isn't it?
And it was like 5 years ago.
But you're second place.
Who would you like to see? Who would you like to see on the next? Who do you think you'd actually get on the next ones?
Kenny Omega.
I think Sting would be a good one.
Yeah.
He's
Stone Cold. Tony
Vince
Khan.
has done one, though, hasn't he, Peters? Vince is never gonna do the open interview we all want him to do.
He did. He was on the Pat McAfee show. It's the closest you're going to get.
That's what I mean, but it's not the interview we wanted.
I know you.
Nick Khan would be good.
Pat McAfee.
Nick Clegg, then.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee. Nick Clegg would be
Nick Clegg on the Broken Skull Sessions would be hilarious.
Who's that MP?
Student fees. Don't trust anyone. That's what I always said, dude. Yeah, it'd be amazing. Nick Clegg. But no, genuinely, Michael Cole. I think I've said this before on the show. I think it'd be really, really interesting. He's been in the longest time anyone. Other than the McMahon
through every era as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Jim Johnston.
I don't know who I'd like to see. William Regal was his podcast is the Stone Cold and William Regal podcast is great.
He's got his own podcast now, Regal, hasn't
he? Yeah.
With,
on YouTube,
sometimes Conrad. Is it sometimes Conrad?
He's in the ad-free shows, and it says...
Conrad doesn't do all of it now. Sometimes you flick on it every week, and it's just some other fella called Paul.
Yeah, because he's still selling mortgages, Conrad, isn't he?
Yeah.
The man's the busiest man in wrestling.
Yeah.
In the world. Busiest man in anything. Regardless. So, hopefully. I'm glad to see that Stone Cold's carried on going, though. Because I did hear a rumor that... Well, they stopped the Broken Skull the Stone Cold podcast, and then they brought the Broken Skull session. Same thing.
I think the only difference was the first one was live,
right?
But then I think they stopped after Dean Ambrose, didn't they? Because it was rubbish, and it proper torpedoed out Dean Ambrose's career. So I don't think they've done one after that.
Yeah,
which Stone Cold, to be fair, because everyone thought Dean Ambrose would be a dick. But Stone Cold said it was his fault because he pressed him on his family, and Ambrose was like, "Nah, mate."
Yeah, didn't Stone Cold say he should have asked beforehand or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he does loads of research, so he actually does the right. I don't know if he does it, but
It's just himself. He sits down with a broken skull IPA, does his research.
I imagine he doesn't have a computer in his house. He has to go to like the library.
Yeah.
He puts on his reading glasses. Like Homer Simpson when he puts on his reading glasses. He starts doing like manual research.
So he does.
That is stone cold. Right, staying then, potentially with the network, the WWE have purchased the rights to a Kurt Angle documentary. Now, this would be interesting. Because because you don't realize before he joined WWE, he was involved in that American wrestling scandal, wasn't he? The Foxcatcher. They made a film about it. It's Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
He was actually there, wasn't he?
Didn't realize he was there.
No.
Hang on, what's it? Hang on, you have to replace it. You have to tell me the story of Foxcatcher.
Foxcatcher. It was
Steve Carell is a wrestling coach. And that's as far as I know about the film. But it's Steve Carell.
It's based on a true story. It's about the American wrestling team, and it's the DuPont family. So the film stars Steve Carell, Channing Tatum, and Mark Ruffalo. And it's about the 1984 Olympic team. And basically, I think he kills one of the coaches kills somebody, or somebody dies.
Sorry, I was just distracted by like ghostly figure. Yeah, in the corner.
What in my ass?
That's an apologist. Just being so.
Yeah. So basically, it was like a massive scandal.
How was the scandal? What happened?
I'm sure someone died. Hang on, let me find it. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, is this the one where they were trying to get in the Olympics? They're sprinting, but then one of them tripped, knocked out the other one. So they had to train for bobsleigh.
No.
What film's that one?
It's Cool Runnings.
It's Cool Runnings, shit. Yeah. Different film.
So, John L. DuPont is a convicted murderer. And he died in prison while doing 30 years for the murder of Dave Schultz. Dave Schultz was an American freestyle wrestler.
Oh, I've heard of Dave. I genuinely have heard of Dave Schultz.
He died in '96.
Ah,
I think I don't think Angle. Obviously, I'm not saying Angle had anything to do with it, but he was around that team.
Yeah, you know what else happened in '96?
Yeah, Angle won the medal of freaking broken neck.
Yeah. No, interesting life story, Kurt Angle. So, what's the story behind him? The documentary. It's about that.
I think there was planning on doing a documentary on some channel, and when WWE have heard about it, they've said no, we want to do the documentary. Well, it'd be good as long as they cover all his TNA run, because his TNA run lasted longer than his WWE run.
Yeah, did.
So they need to cover that. They can't just like, oh yeah, he left wrestling, as they usually do. Oh yeah, he left WWE and didn't do anything for 10 years.
Do you know what I'd love him to cover? Genuinely, not just because he was in WCW and it's awesome, but like that 2-year indie run that he had, after TNA, but before he went back to WWE. It'd have been, obviously he can't go back and do it, but wouldn't it have been great if he had a camera crew with him? When he was turning up all these random indie shows.
Yeah.
There'll be footage somewhere though, won't they?
Yeah. And because I want to know like who told him to go the wrong way, WCW. Why did he have to squeeze for a little gap? Because he went through the wrong entrance.
It's just
they look real pissed off throughout the entire match. Just walked off afterwards. That's why I want to know.
The thing is, I love Kurt Angle, but he's real hard to listen to, isn't he? I don't like, because you look at his promos back in the 2000s, great, but now I just can't listen to him. That's why I don't listen to his podcast, because I just think he's so hard to listen to. It like upsets me how he talks. Yeah.
Did you know when he kind of after he won the Olympics, but before he agreed to go into like professional wrestling, he was training to be a sportscaster in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but he was rubbish, wasn't he?
He wasn't very good. Yeah.
Which is why he then became a wrestler, because I think they offered him it, didn't he? Is that when he famously said, well, I can't lose.
Yeah.
And then he did it, and then he failed as a sportscaster, and then
he said at the end of every story, he was just going, "It's true, it's damn true." And I'm like, it's the 6 o'clock news. We know it's true.
Did you know his initial promos were supposed to be Babyface, weren't they? Because he was the American hero.
Yeah.
And
but he always had it.
he did the promo and someone said that is the best heel promo I've ever heard, and everyone was like, no, it's going to be Babyface. He's going to go medalist.
The old Lacey Evans shirt colours he wear around there. Same deal there.
Yeah. So I'd like to see, it's not going to happen, it's going to be a documentary, but like I don't know what they're called, biopic.
Yeah.
That would be good. No, not enough for them. There's too many wrestling documentaries. There's not enough wrestling biopics.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, we need to get the Hulk Hogan one, don't we?
Yeah. That's probably coming in 2058. I think I have to wait for Hogan to die.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not
Chris
old now,
Hemsworth will look like Hulk Hogan now rather than.
Yeah. I think Chris Hemsworth said that it's just stuck in. He wants to do it, but it's just stuck in development hell. And it's them. I don't know if that's the same film, but Bradley Cooper's meant to be playing Vince, or is that a different film?
No, I think it's the same one.
Is it the same one?
Or is it the Vince one that's been cancelled?
Yeah. Oh, there's that documentary as well.
Yeah.
This is wrestling documentary news now.
That's going to come out at some point though, because it's in post-production. They've cancelled the release of it.
Well, if I was Netflix, it's going
to come out, isn't it? You just hold off on it.
I'd give Vince the boot and make it like Tiger King. Do you know what I mean? Because they all thought they were just doing a nice, friendly documentary, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then Netflix absolutely fucked them over at the end. I just do the sense of Vince. Maybe they are doing.
Yeah,
maybe. About the scent.
Just to get back to Kurt Angle. So basically, he trained Dave Schultz, which is maybe why you've heard of him.
Yeah.
And then when he obviously was murdered, by the sponsor, which is the DuPonts, he then joined the Dave Schultz Wrestling Club in Schultz memory. So, that's what I mean. He's got a real mad life that you don't even realise.
Yeah.
Right then. Speaking of mad lives,
we've done the Ric Flair news.
Yeah, Jake Paul's apparently interested in joining in Logan Paul WWE.
I want to see him nowhere near WWE because he's a fucking knob.
Yeah, the thing is, Logan Paul gets it, I think. Jake Paul is thick as fuck.
Did you see him on the
WrestleMania?
Yeah, WrestleMania pre-show on it. Yeah, it was awesome.
It's fucking terrible.
He had no banner. He's like, the crowd was just like booing the fuck out of him. It's the wrestling fans, obviously. They didn't get it. They just seemed really upset by it.
Logan Paul.
The thing is, he believes his own hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Logan
Paul wants to be a babyface, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I think once he learns, and Logan Paul will do whatever gets him.
Is it Jake Paul that's ruined boxing as well?
So Jake Paul is the one inverted commas boxer?
Is he the one that's ruined? Yeah, he's the one that's ruined it, and now you get people like some guy called Simple Simon, just TikToker getting knocked out by some guy who looks like he would just knock him out in a pub fight.
Well, they do loads of they try to do loads of celebrity boxing matches now, don't they?
No, you get loads of women that shove dildos up the fannies on Twitter doing it as well, don't you?
Terry's here. Everyone.
What? Where did that come from?
They all do it as well. OnlyFans women.
Dildo fanny boxing, you know what I'm saying?
They all just knock each other out, or try to knock each other out as well, don't they?
I have no idea. Ever floats your boat, Peters?
What you spend your money on, Peters? It's none of our business.
I wish I'd spend it on a fucking cooler room.
He takes his shirt off and he gets all rendered, doesn't he, Peters?
Andy Peters.
Too much banter. Too much banter.
It's rubbing his nipples again.
Fucking pointy nipples.
But Jake Paul, I think, would be like Kurt Angle, where you would say, I can't lose this match or something like that. I genuinely think Jake Paul, if he joins WWE, should think he should be the one to beat Roman Reigns.
Jake Paul's really good as well.
Well, why would he be the one to beat Roman Reigns? Clearly, Logan's going to do that.
Imagine. But I think Jake Paul will go away once he gets knocked out, which is hopefully going to happen very soon. But Fury. Not probably. No, it's not with Fury. He's got a match against Hasim Ratman Jr.
Oh, I thought what's it, Tommy Fury?
So basically, Tommy Fury's banned from America because of Daniel Kinahan.
Oh, right.
That's why Irish crime lord.
That's why Tyson Fury's not a SummerSlam, right?
Yeah, that's why all the Furies are banned from America, basically. And then apparently they could have sorted it out. Tommy Fury is not taking it very seriously. Tommy Fury is also not very good, and he may end up losing to Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he shit himself, basically. And I was claiming a little over here, and it's not happening. Hasim Ratman Jr. isn't very good either.
So Tommy Fury is Tyson's brother. But was he also on Love Island?
Yes.
Okay.
Hasim Ratman Jr.
I've watched the last 4 episodes of Love Island.
I've not watched any of this series.
No, I haven't watched it since Tommy Fury's series.
The rugby guy's gone, Ross.
Yeah, well, he left it because he started scrapping with everyone.
Walked, yeah.
Jacques on it. Castle was released him from his contract to do it.
Yeah, he said it was the worst decision ever made. You can't argue it.
He's off back, I think. He'll go back.
Yeah, but I think Castle said you can come back to us.
Yeah.
But how's the fans are going to absolutely do him?
No. Because it's Castleford who signed Dwayne Chambers.
Yeah.
First time to rugby ball was at the press conference.
Casa and Morford. Anyway, carry on.
So Jake Paul's now fighting Hasim Rahman Jr., who he's sparred with. Hasim Rahman Jr.
So he's an actual boxer.
He is. However, I think he's had 2 fights. He's had 12 fights. He's 12 and, no, 13. He's 12-1. He's only had 2 fights against people with positive records and more wins. His last one, he fought someone decent. He got knocked out. I think I lost some points. He lost easy anyhow. But he has sparred with Jake Paul. And Hasim Rahman Jr. is the son of former world heavyweight champion Hasim Rahman, who knocked out Lennox Lewis.
So where's Prince Nazim going into all this?
Prince Nazim's just been massive now and gives everyone banter on there.
Does he live near Buckingham Palace?
Who does?
Prince Nazim.
Yeah,
I think of Prince Charles. Prince Charles lives near Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, I've got to imagine the Daily Mail if there actually was a Prince Nazim. I mean, if it would be. So I think Jake Paul will end up losing boxing. It was hilarious. I mean, this is how much Jake Paul doesn't get it.
I love getting Ross on his boxing rants and no one else understands. Go on.
Hasim Rahman basically said to him, "You've never fought anyone." And Jake Paul said, "Well, what about Tyron Woodley and Ben Askren?" They are UFC fighters. And then he went, Nate Robinson. He's an NBA player. Why are you bragging about? This is how deluded he is. He's bragging about beating an NBA player in boxing. But I agree with Aaron. It will be the worst thing for WWE if Jake Paul joins.
They will join if Logan wants him in. Do them two get along? Are they mates?
I don't know. It's a bit fractious, I think.
Jake was on the WrestleMania kickoff show, wasn't he?
Who's older?
Logan.
Yeah. The thing is, right, with these Paul people, Paul brothers, they're like massive stars with like loads of followings, right?
Yeah.
But like WWE make them seem like they're just like randos. Do you know what I mean? Like it could be one of them, or it could be like a guy who's on the latest USA Network drama series. Do you know what I mean? They treat him the same, don't they?
So
like, here's this Jake Paul guy. Everyone spends spends money on like watching it on pay-per-view. We'll just stick him on a kickoff show, like, talking to Jerry Lawler. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they know what they've got. Like, it's probably better as a wrestling fan that they don't know what they've got, because otherwise they'll be in the main event, which you don't want.
No, but
I don't feel like even like Bad Bunny and that, they don't really make the most out of them, do they?
No. So we're talking like probably about 10, 15 million subscribers each, I think.
Yeah. But then Vince
God
is
knows
like,
how many millions Twitter followers and stuff like that.
And Vince is like, God damn it, let's just get Machine Gun Kelly. Don't know what it is.
Kid Rock, let's get Kid Rock.
Logan Paul's in a WWE 2K22 game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this one.
DLC, yeah.
But Logan Paul has got a very, very smart management team.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's got 20.4 million subscribers.
So they're massive. They made their name on Vine.
They started off on Disney Channel. Jake Paul started off on the Disney Channel.
Yeah. They both got kicked off, didn't they? Logan Paul did all that thing with the dead body in Japan. And Jake Paul got kicked off for just basically being a bellend, I think.
Logan Paul's got 23.5 million subscribers.
He's got a massive podcast that's probably not 45th in Malaysia.
Yeah, we need to give him new gimmicks. What about Hulk Logan Paul?
He seems to release a video once a month.
Jake Paul Heyman. Jake Paulie Dangerously. Comes out a massive fan. That'd be great. I shouldn't need repackaging, changing the names.
Yeah, maybe.
Paul Logan. Yeah.
Logan Paul lost $3.5 million on fake Pokemon cards.
Yeah, he's a fighter, isn't he?
He wore one WrestleMania on his neck. Pikachu.
Wait, I'm sick of the pause like everybody else is. Moving on. Bailey is scheduled to be in Nashville this weekend for SummerSlam. Is Bailey retained?
Yeah, she's gotta be.
Been home for ages, hasn't she?
About a year.
Is Bailey going to be Maxine Dupree in the whatever the male models?
No.
Imagine if she was there.
I'd be worried that Maxine Dupree is Max Dupree. Seems like the shit they've pulled, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Vince is like, well, everybody's talking about it. And just,
Another Santina Morella.
Yeah. But I don't know what Bayley's going to do. So she was in the middle of a feud with Bianca Belair, right? Who's Bianca facing at SummerSlam?
Becky Lynch.
Oh, Becky Lynch, yeah.
Is she going to come in and spoil that then?
Possibly, but neither one's Ronda versus Liv Morgan, which, let's be honest, Ronda's probably winning.
No, I don't think she will. I think Liv's going to retain because merchandise sales are apparently through the roof.
Yeah, I just.
She's so popular. If you go on the SmackDown Twitter thing, she's massive. I didn't realize how popular she was.
Yeah, no, logically, Russ. Aaron, what you're saying makes sense. But Ronda Rousey was big in the UFC about 10 years ago, right?
I don't know how, but Charlotte Flair's going to come over with both titles.
Yeah. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Why don't we just have a women's feud that's not for a title?
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah.
Let's just have 4 women's feuds, 2 in each brand. That's enough.
Yeah, because they're not doing it on SmackDown in Nashville, are they? They're in one's in SmackDown's in Texas, I think. So Raw is Georgia. But so she must be there for SummerSlam because that's the only event happening other than the Undertaker's one-man show.
Is the Raw after? Where's that?
No, it's in like Georgia or Texas or something. But like that way around.
Unless she's just going to do Access.
I think she's going to return, and they wanted us to return at WrestleMania, didn't they? But they didn't really have any plans for her. I think she's going to be back.
I think she'll be back.
I hope she does because she's really talented and it could do with it. Let's have Liv Morgan beat Ronda Rousey, Bayley, Liv Morgan.
Shot in the arm.
We've not had that, have we?
Heel Bayley is the best Bayley for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I just feel like you're very... No, I just don't think it's going to happen.
No, but I'd like to see it, though.
Yeah.
Or let's have Bayley... Have we had the Bayley-Becky Lynch feud? I don't think we have we?
No, not a proper one. They always have a go. Well, not have a go. They're always like supportive, but I'll fight you to each other, aren't they?
Yeah, let's see that, though. Do you know what I mean? Maybe Bayley stops Becky Lynch getting the title or something.
I've got one for you. Charlotte Flair wins the title.
She's not in a match.
Feuds with Bayley.
Seen that enough times.
But then it segues into Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. Well, Charlotte beats Bayley.
Well, do you know what? They're probably being fucking Sasha Banks for.
Is anyone British?
No.
Well, who's going to be in the women's match at Clash of the Castle then?
Yes, Kaylee Ray. Yes.
No, I think she's called Alba Fire.
Alba Fire.
Yeah.
Bring her back.
Annoys me they released Nixon Newell. They could have just had this one match. Tegan Knox.
Yeah.
Just had this one match.
Welsh wrestlers, is there?
No.
Flash Morgan Webster, win every title.
Or the women's title.
Yeah, win every title.
Yeah.
It's the closest he's going to get to a name after the title, is it? If he wins the women's.
It's not even with this review, is it?
I think it's like released there. That just, oh God, I've accidentally sent an angry face, so let's remove that to our news feed. I didn't mean that. Yeah, Ted Peters has left, by the way.
Again.
Or he's dissolved. I don't know. Either way. Jade Cargill then has been undefeated for 501 days. Has a 34-0 record. Has this been talked about enough? Probably not. Should she be in the main event, in the women's main event?
She gets more TV time off not being in it.
Yeah, I think I know what they're doing here. I think they're going to go and beat Asuka's record. So then they can say she's legitimately the best female wrestler in the world.
She's got a bit to go to beat Moolers, hasn't she? Like 30 years.
Could just got full Moolah then, like a pimp. Can I say that? Said it now.
Yeah, you said it. She's not going to say it, is she?
I'm not editing tonight, so I'll get sued. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll do something like what they did with Asuka. So she'll beat Asuka's record and then move up to the main event women's.
I think that's how big she was. She's a former WNBA player.
Mm.
She's really big, isn't she?
And she's financially independent, isn't she?
Is she any good? I mean, I don't watch AW. She's
getting better.
Where are we talking?
She's getting a lot better.
In sort of terms of women's wrestlers, though, is she top 10? Is she less than that?
I'd say top 20.
Top 20.
Yeah, she's a bigger star than her wrestling ability.
Yeah.
Would make it. Do you know what I mean? It's like not like an Omos level. I guess like more like a Lashley. Do you know what I mean?
Is that just because of
or Goldberg? Like a.
They're
more impressive. They've got more. They get over more on the impressive physiques and charisma than they do the wrestling ability.
Is that just because of all the thirsty wrestling fans?
Yeah, I don't know. She looks more like a star. You know when there's that photo of her and Britt Baker, and you're like,
she looks like she reminds me of one of them. We're gonna get sued that way. Futurama, the snoo women. That's what I saw because she's just miles bigger than everyone else.
You could have said an Amazon wrestler done it that way, but no, you went snoo women.
I won't say it, but it's got my favorite line of all time from Zach Brannigan to Kid.
What are you? Yeah, I know.
Don't say it. We're already getting sick of the I've heard. I don't know if it was actually AEW or just fans or journalists or something, but they are already saying this is now beat Goldberg's streak.
Technically, yes, in terms of days.
In days, but not in because he was like 290 odd, wasn't he, in the end?
But but that was just Shivani just adding numbers on.
They just made them up, didn't they?
Yeah. They technically counted house shows, didn't they? But I think even weeks didn't have house shows. It went up like 6 or 7 every time.
So hopefully, Tony Khan, Caesar's got a star. Maybe actually do something with the women's division.
What if she goes too long and then she just misses out on her because she just signs with WWE?
She won't. She had the opportunity to sign with WWE and turn it down because
but that's when she's a big star.
Yeah, she's main roster now, isn't she? Yeah. She goes across, she's main roster.
Yeah,
which is a difference in it.
Yeah, to move to Florida.
Right, we're going back to WWE. They have finally listened to the fans. Going back to TV 14, the PG era is gone.
Yes,
on Raw.
Or is it?
What do you mean, or is it? It's got to be that they're not going to put it on a.
It's not changed tonight. So Andrew Zarian tweeted out, being like, "Yeah, it's changing tonight. It's a memo." And then, like a few hours later, it was like, maybe not tonight, but it is.
It's not going to change overnight, though, is it?
No, but he said the original story said it was, but then they were like they released it prematurely. But then Pat McAfee referenced it, so it probably is. But we just don't know when exactly.
So I mean, probably done stealthily. Well, not stealthily. Yeah. Probably won't change that much because it's not going to be R-rated, is it, or whatever the American?
No, it's not going to
seeing loads of blood that way.
It's not going to be like Dynamite. Apparently the actual. I don't know if I might be butchering this now, but it's TV 14 and it's like ML or something, and it's more a language thing.
They'll be saying bitch again, won't they?
Yeah, they're going to get bit. You're going to get apparently. It stemmed from. I didn't see it, but Brock Lesnar said to me. It was in the scripts. They agreed it with USA Network before, and then USA Network was like, "Hang on a minute, this is PG," and bleeped it, or the bleep guy did. So that was the big catalyst for changing it. Apparently, but you're not going to get an Attitude Era.
We're not going to get blood. We're still going to get blood.
I don't think Vince likes blood. I think he tolerated it during the Attitude Era because he had to.
I don't
think he likes it. Yeah,
I don't like to see unless it happens naturally.
Just as does on mute. I was going to say the problem is you still got the same guy in charge of creative, haven't you?
You do.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be this big change because it's only one level, isn't it? It's not like
I don't want to see him blood every week.
Yeah,
I don't think you need it.
Yeah, it makes it less special, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're not going to get like exploding barbed wire matches or anything like that. You might just get a bit more adult language in your promos as long as they use it right. There, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Angle's coming back though. We'll get a bit more bestiality sex.
Yeah. Did you see
on Sex Best Angle, my favorite cat?
Right, I'm gonna read the story out, but just say like I don't agree with any of it. But apparently, so the whole reason behind that Shamel feud or story, and the fact that Kurt Angle's son was Jason Jordan, was apparently Vince used to rib him about having a lot of black girlfriends when he first joined. That was what Kurt Angle said in the interview this week. That's where it comes from.
That was 5 years ago, Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
What is wrong?
5 years.
But yeah, apparently the whole Shamel story, and then the whole that was Vince. Yeah. Noticing that Kurt Angle had a lot of African American ladies as Kurt Angle put it.
Yeah. Bloody Vince.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett is a special guest referee for the tag title match at SummerSlam. This is the Usos and Street Profits. Hopefully the last one. I haven't seen this. Why is it Jeff Jarrett?
It's in Nashville.
Is that literally
the storyline's so stupid? Because they were like, right, Adam, obviously, the end of what was the pay-per-view you said? Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Absolute bang of a match, but then Ford's shoulder was up on it. So bad refereeing decision.
So bad refereeing decision. Let's get in somebody who's not a referee.
No, this is it. And then on SmackDown, they had like one the other way around where one of the Usos got screwed in the singles match because of a bad refereeing decision. So Adam Pearce comes out and goes, well, just get fucking Jeff Jarrett to do the next one. That's your story.
Right, I know it's not Adam Pearce's fault, but he's got to go down. Is it in kayfabe terms, like one of the worst authority figures? Because he just does absolutely ridiculous stuff for no apparent reason.
Yeah, so that's the story.
Jeff Jarrett's not even a tag team wrestler.
It's in Nashville.
Him and the roadie.
Yeah.
Him and Owen Hart.
Yeah. Big tag team wrestler. Him and Gary, whatever his name is.
Gary Busey.
Gary Coleman.
Gary Busey.
Gary Baldy.
There's a biscuit, Gary Baldy.
Gary Rhodes.
Gary Bowler.
He's dead.
He is dead.
Yeah,
rest in peace.
He died, didn't he? In Dubai, didn't he?
Dubai.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Gary's no. What's that one? He's dead as well.
Yeah, the other Gary's and Hans.
Yep, he is.
Moving on.
Gary's a dying name, isn't it?
Genuinely, I think for 2 years in a row, there's been no new baby Garys.
The guy who played David Horton in Liquid was called Gary.
Gary from Geordie Shore. He was somebody, wasn't he?
Never seen it.
Gary Lineker.
Gary let yourself down today, Peters. Weird.
No banter.
OnlyFans boxing.
No banter.
And the Geordie Shore watching.
Famous Garys.
No, that's banterous, Peter. Look, remove Peter from the chat, please.
So Gary, the fucking snail.
Moving on. Because this is what I actually want to talk about.
Right.
Sasha Banks thinks she's worth more money than Hulk Hogan.
Gary Neville.
She is.
No.
Franklin's words, I believe.
Yeah, but do you want to get started? So the story is Sasha Banks is charging, is it 300,000 out of
30,000.
30,000 for any appearance.
No, just an appearance, not even a match, just an appearance.
I mean, what idiot's going to pay that? It's only can.
Can I just revert back to Gary one second?
No, you can't.
Just the famous Garys.
We've moved on.
Number one is a serial killer.
Can we remove him from the chat, please? I can't. I don't have the.
You'll fuck up my recording and staying.
To put it in very similar terms, in monetary terms, I think before he signed with AEW, I think Sting for an appearance was about 25 grand.
Didn't Big Braun Strowman want about 10 grand?
Yeah. This is just for autograph signs and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there a wrestler who's got their head more up their own ass?
But I think she's
called.
You got to look at the market. I think it's worth it.
She looked at the market and decided she's above it all.
Yeah, she is. Not just for because she, if you just look at it like logically speaking, like business wise, right? Hulk Hogan might be like less, Ric Flair might be less, but they're on like every fucking convention there. You've got like a finite amount of time because as soon as their non-compete runs out, whenever it does, I imagine if she got released early, she'll probably have like a year's non-compete or something, right? So you don't have long. So, you've only got one chance. You're going to do like one Sasha Banks appearance. You're going to be on Comic Con every year or WrestleCon, whatever it's called. You're only going to have one since she'll sign for AEW. You can't do them again.
You can.
She might go back to WWE. So I think it's like, I can see why, what's it called? Like supply outweighs demand.
Yeah. In so many terms, though, she's saying, I'm the biggest women's wrestler in the world, and she's not.
She is.
No, she's not.
She's not.
But she's the available ones. If Becky Lynch got you released, she'd probably be charging more. You should be able to.
I would not pay.
But you shouldn't say charge more, like command him more. Like they've obviously done it for a reason.
Well, she'll probably say to Sasha Banks or Mercedes Ronaldo, which is what she's going by. Here's 35 grand to show up on this day. She'll probably show up, but then not bother coming out because I've asked her to sit in the wrong place because she's unprofessional.
No.
So I won't pay $35,000 to see you've got Sasha Banks and she's not going to show up because that's what she does. She lets people down.
Yeah. No, I reckon it's worth it if you got it.
Like if she actually, yeah.
Second, wrestling ability and personality to a side. Like I don't think it's as outrageous as it seems on face value.
I can't stand it. Come on here, Sasha. But I'm not going to pay you $35,000. I'll pay you what you wear.
Yeah, we'll do it. Send us your bits.
Send us your bits. Get Sasha Banks on here, and I'll have a word.
Yeah, you have the bits. Yeah.
And I'll ask her who the fuck does she think she is?
What? First question.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Where do you get off?
What gives you the right? That's my random office quote for this week. But yeah, I think it makes sense.
I hope she didn't ever work again because we've gone through.
She will. Tessa Blanchard's working again. Like she's going to work again.
Yeah, I don't think she should work again.
She'll be back in WWE. That's why she's. I think
You think it's a work?
Get it well. No, I don't think it's a work. I just think they'll work things out. She's too big a star not to.
She'll realise she's fucked it.
But we bet that one of them will blink. It's who blinks.
Go crawling back.
It's who blinks first, isn't it?
I think now she's. I genuinely think now she's not in the. I'm not being funny. If she's in WWE, she's probably going to get more roles like she did in the Mandalorian. She's not going to get that if she's in AEW.
Exactly. Yeah, and also WWE. If they're not interested now, they will be as soon as AEW are.
So I think she'll go back. Maybe she might get an offer from AEW, and then she'll realise actually, I kind of want to be on the big show again.
Yeah.
So I think
the big show's AEW, and I didn't realise they had anything going on.
Imagine that.
That's a scoop.
Imagine Big Show throwing around Sasha Banks. That's a scandal, isn't it?
We'll move on.
Say Peter's probably paid for that. Right then, going back to AEW then, Swerve in the Glory win AEW tag titles. I mean, is this Shane Strickland and
Keithley?
Yeah. Is he? What's he going by now then? Shane Swerve Strickland.
Yeah.
Strickland
instead of Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Yeah.
Very good. I mean, I don't watch it, but I imagine they're a lot of fun.
Well, I watched this match and it was a very good match, to be fair, and I'm so glad that someone's taken the titles.
From the, is it off the Young Bucks, not FTR? FTR Ring of Honor champions, right?
They've got everything else, yeah.
Right. Good new champions as well. Let's get, because the AW tend to stick down the initial AW column, don't they?
Although there was some controversy surrounding the match. Don't know if you saw it. So basically, in typical AEW tag team matching, it goes to chaos. And when Strickland got the pin, he was not the legal man.
I mean, that doesn't matter though, does it?
No, so Tony Khan just came out and basically said, just referee gets the final decision. Could have made a good story out of that, in my opinion.
Yeah, but why does Tony Khan need to come out?
It's just...
He likes to comment and stuff.
Yeah, he's a fucking loser.
But he didn't... They could have made that into a great storyline.
Yeah. So Tony Khan came out and said, doesn't matter what match type I set, the referee decides who wins anyhow.
Well, I think the thing is, like, it happens that often in AEW that they kind of... You know what I mean? Like, in WWE, their tag matches are more traditional in a way. So I think, like, they could use it as a storyline. But if AEW were like, oh, they've pinned the wrong person, we'll make it a story. It could end up happening every week because the tag matches are that fast paced, chaotic that it happens all the time.
And might be controversial, but the Young Bucks don't know to put a match together. I think they're dog shit. Come on, let's put fucking £20 of shit in a £5 bag. that is the Young Bucks.
What wrestling podcast did you get that from?
Bruce Pritchard, I think you got that from.
Yeah.
But I just don't rate them whatsoever.
They're just gimmicky, aren't they? For me,
they're super geeked, and they got lucky by being in the Bullet Club. Stay with AW then. JR is two news about JR. JR's apparently been added to boost the dark ratings, so maybe they might go to 7 viewers. It can't get any lower, can it? Because nobody watches it.
Yeah.
And is JR what you want on that show? Is that going to bring in the...
Well, he's got a following, hasn't he? He has got a following. Probably more of any other announcer in the world, really.
But from what I don't...
If you
listen...
Go on,
Piers.
I was going to say, if you imitate any sort of wrestling commentary, it is good old JR in it as well.
Yeah,
it's good old JR, but it's good old JR from 15 years ago. It's not the good old JR of now.
No, but
I don't think he's that good now.
AW Dark's just casual banter, innit? I think JR would be quite good on that. It's quite cutting, isn't he? He's got a dry wit. So I think he'd be quite good on there. He's like,
It can't, can it? Because again, nobody watches it. Staying with JR, then he's apparently said AW will be in the UK next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to have to at some point.
We're going, but then thought it'd be in next year. So we'll see. I don't think they'll do Craven Cottage now. I think they'll do Wembley Arena.
I think they'll do a big one, and I think they'll sell it out as well.
I think Craven Cottage makes no sense.
Craven Cottage will be horrendous. We've been through this.
Yeah,
it's not built for.
I reckon they'll just do the R2 or something. Oh, do a tour. That'd be better.
The tour would be. I'd like to see a tour. Let's come over here for 6 weeks.
Dynamite and Rampage in Manchester, pay-per-view in London, or the other way around. So I do.
Yeah, come over here for a while. I say go all over, do Manchester, do Glasgow, do Cardiff, do London.
I don't know, because the WWE tour that we went to wasn't exactly well attended, was it? At Leeds? I know it was right after the pandemic.
Yeah, but if you do 6, and that was a house show. And if you do, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 TV tape.
Oh, what you're saying? Like game over here for like a month?
Yeah, like a proper tour.
Yeah.
I don't know why the wrestlers don't do that. You're knackering them all out by flying them from America for like 3 days. Just come over here for a bit. Get a big tour bus. You can do signings and stuff. I think that people will do that. Like, I mean, they'll go crazy. We're talking like maybe 6,000-7,000 seat arenas. Not massive. Something they'll sell out.
Yeah, I think they should just do two big indoor arenas. I don't think Craven Cottage are very good.
No.
I don't think they'll sell out Wembley or Millennium Stadium. They might do. Wembley Arena, they would.
Yeah.
Wembley Stadium, they wouldn't. I think.
Watch this person. Back to WWE. Big E is apparently joining the talent and recruitment team at the SummerSlam tryouts. So first of all, surgery's gone well from what I've been told.
Yeah,
it's gone well in terms of quality of life. Maybe not so much as in wrestling. Yeah.
I think I got the impression he's not officially said that, has he? But I got the impression he's finished.
He said he'd be at peace if he did have to retire.
Yeah, which is a shame, but he had a hell of a run.
This is a Triple Crown champion, isn't it? Is he?
Considering when he was put into the New Day, he must have thought, this is like my version of 3MB.
Yeah.
And now he's got to be in the top 10 merch sellers of all time.
No, he's had a Hall of Fame career.
He'll go in. I think he'll go in straight away, and he'll be inducted by.
I think though, even if he has to retire from in ring, I think he'll come back in some sort of managerial position. He'll manage like Kofi and Xavier or something.
Oh, how good would it be on commentary? He could be Raw's Pat McAfee.
Yeah, get rid of Booty Saxton.
Yeah,
Booty. So interesting to see. He's obviously he's been through the system fully, hasn't he? He's coming as a new guy and gone right through all the developmental. So interesting to see how he is. Moving on then, Roman Reigns. He's not working Extreme Rules.
It's a part-time champion.
Nah,
and everyone moaned about Brock Lesnar.
So this
is worse.
So this is the CM Punk promo that you've become what you hate.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. CM Punk when he comes back.
Just as the big stadiums, then, eh?
Yeah, well, I don't mind that because he's massive champion. Didn't mind it when Lesnar did it.
I'd mind it if they built someone else, though. Sorry when they have Cody, but like, even the posters now, you can tell they don't know who's the number 2.
Yeah, but they're in a stand-up number 2, is they?
No. Well, maybe he's not working Extreme Rules because he's champion anyway. Drew's winning it. Clash at the Castle.
Maybe this guy's the new number 2. Mick Foley has signed a Legends contract with WWE. Imagine.
Well, he could stop begging Tony Khan for a job on Twitter now, okay? So thank God for that.
He's a desperate man on Twitter.
He's had to pull all his merch from pro wrestling tees as part of the contract.
Yeah.
So they're
I
selling
wonder
all
what to sell more on.
That's understandable.
I think he'd sell more. Is he having? He's not having to stop his podcast then. He's
No.
got a new podcast, isn't it? Foley's Pod.
No. Just his merch. You can only sell it on like WWE.
Yeah, I think it's just a merchandising deal that's got really. I think he probably still could appear on AEW. Just won't be able to sell Foley merch.
It's a weird one. I think they're all different as well, like the Legends contracts.
Yeah, I always just assumed he had one. To be honest.
No, because I think when he left as the GM or whatever, I think he genuinely left.
Yeah.
Speaking of leaving WWE, has Io Shirai gone? I've heard a rumor she's Maxine Dupree.
Oh, well, she was like, nah, I ain't left, so yeah, about.
I mean, it's you won't blame it. I think if she does go, but very much like Kairi Sane came over here, did a run in America, we'll come back to Japan. It's fucking miles away. I don't blame her. If I was wrestling in America, I'd want to come back to England, I think. Do you know what I mean? Where will she go? She's not gone, has she? But where is she in terms of NXT Hall of Fame or Legends? Where do we put Io Shirai?
Oh, she had a tier list of NXT. She'll be up there, won't she?
She'll be as one of the best women. I think she's one of the best women wrestlers we've had.
Yeah, it's different. It's like different eras of NXT. It's like she was a big star in indie era. Not like the Four Horsewoman era before.
The one after.
Yeah, but not the one now. It's
Wonderful moonsault.
Like the super indie era.
Yeah, you're right. She's got the best moonsault in wrestling. And last bit of news: Charlotte Flair does not have the best moonsault in wrestling. Dolph Ziggler has returned as a babyface. I can't remember who it was, but he came back and kicked someone in the face. Didn't he?
Yeah, it was Theory.
Yeah,
so that was good. We thought we were getting John Cena versus Theory. We got fucking Dolph. So what do you want to say?
I think that would be a good match.
Yeah.
He's been away for a while, Dolph.
Be a good match to use the toilet.
He's been away for a while. No, come on, you can't say he's not talented.
Well, he's talented. He's boring as fuck. You know what I mean? What's the Dolph Ziggler character? Oh yeah, should have been me. All right, man, give it a rest.
Bring back the I can't remember.
Spirit Squad.
Yeah, well, no.
The golf caddy guy. What was his name?
World champ Dolph.
Yeah, please.
Please. I think he's had a stroke.
You're all right.
I forgot what words I was trying to say.
He had a stroke when he was watching them boxers and He brought it up. That means it's fair game. Right, that's been the news then. Quickly before we go, there's only been one Wrestling Around wrestling stream this week. It ended with an unsuccessful Fall Guys run.
It did.
Which proves that last week was a fluke.
Well,
Lou, tell us what happened in Wrestling Around Wrestling Federation.
So I'll tell you what happened to us. We had obviously we started.
You wrote it down?
No, I haven't wrote it down. I'm just watching the stream.
Oh, for God's sake!
So first of all, we started with a minor celebrity wrestling championship match. It was Jackie Chan, controversial champ because people say he's not a minor celebrity. But anyway, defended against Anthony Wall Thompson, Matt Allwright, and debutant John Fashanu.
Yeah, so Jackie Chan's not in the same league as those.
No, you're right. John Fashanu's far more famous. He presented Gladiators, fuck's sake. But anyway, Jackie Chan became the first ever person to defend the minor celebrity wrestling championship. But then immediately, Matthew Kelly off of Stars in Their Eyes cashed in minor celebrity in the bank to win the title.
In the new champ.
It's a new minor celebrity wrestling champion.
Talk about hot potato. You just cannot keep hold of it.
Yeah, you can't keep hold of it, can you? There we had. And then we found out Drumstick 2.0's opponent for Wrestle Around Slam in 2 weeks' time. None other than he came back from the dead, looked like he'd seen a ghost. Drumstick OG. So it's chicken versus chicken. And Drumstick OG.
It's not the original OG Drumstick, is it? Because that Drumstick used to wrestle without a head.
No, that was just because it just fucked up, didn't it? You need this glitch in it.
The original Drumstick didn't have a head, right?
Yeah. But anyway, so he's there. So that's the match. And then he attacked him with a chair. Because one thing that happened this week as well is obviously Red Shoe's been out of injury. Randy Anderson's had to stick over as the referee. He's introduced rules to the matches.
What?
Yeah. He's trying to get some control. He said Red Shoes has lost control.
Red Shoes has lost control.
And then we had Rand versus Tub Maguire. I can't remember who won that match. I think it was meant to be Rand, but it was actually Tub Maguire. That's right.
Yeah, we was you playing as Rand, so probably Tub Maguire.
Yeah, Tubbs won. But yeah, big match. Hang on, did they go to a DQ? I think it went to a DQ actually. Let's have a look. Oh no, Tub Maguire just won. When Alison Hammond came out, she's going to cut promo. But she was attacked by Jet off of Gladiators, and they brought to the back. They brought to the back. Twice. So that's a match. They brought to the back twice because Hammer managed to get back in the ring somehow first time.
Can't keep it down, Hammer.
They had to brawl again. It was on 8 count. I don't think you should do it. But anyway, yeah. So Jet won by count out, but they're going to have a rematch. Last woman standing. What?
Whoa!
At a Wrestling Slam. And then we had a big 8-man tag to end things. We had the Gorillas. Because obviously Big Mal Gorilla is still out of an undisclosed medical condition. So we had the Gorillas, medium plastic and small wooden.
Has it been smelted?
Tagging with disco. We don't know, but I guess in the hot weather, the last thing you want to be is metal, isn't it?
Yeah, or wood, or even plastic.
I think wood would be
not good.
Yeah,
wood might set on fire if it's too dry.
You just soak it when you're behind.
Yeah. Plastic might melt.
Plastic's
not good time to be the Gorillas.
Yeah, so they tagged with Disco Viking and weirdly in the main event slot, Quaker Oats Man. They were the babyface.
He's not very popular, Quaker Oats Man, is he?
I think you'll find that the Gorillas have just kind of slowly transitioned across to the babyface side of the roster now. So that's the thing that happened.
Have they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, that's the thing that's happened. Yeah, because the feuding with the Pringles World Order, Mr. Pringle, and Hollywood Rand Hogan, when they were tagging with enemies of the Peters, Widehead John, and what? 2 Diet Cokes.
The service crew. But because Mr. Pringle just didn't break up the pin, the babyface team won. He got in there and missed. Just ran past him. Dropped a knee. Like that is? Because he's all high up on them drugs that he sells to kids.
Well, that was what happened. But so that led to nothing really. But obviously we've got the Pringles World Order revealing their Fed guy. Who's the Fed guy going to be at Wrestling Slam? But I can also reveal another match for Wrestling Slam, a big 4-on-4 match. So it turns out what happened. Like Red Shoes, obviously, he said this from his hospital bed. He sacked Terry Peters because he lost the match, right? Then Thierry Peters came in and he was like, hang on a minute, no, you're Terry Peters. Sacked. Well, so what happened was, you see, WrestleMania 2 was such a monumental event that it actually broke the multiverse and opened up the Terryverse. So it turns out,
not this again.
The Terry Peters, Thierry Peters, Terry Peters, all different people from different universes. So they'll be going up against the Spooky Skank, Undertaker, and the other Undertaker ones. What else? We have Mean Mark Palace. And Wasp Boy, because Gunther Taker didn't really take off. No one liked him really. So
Gunther Taker.
It's Gunther from Friends on it, but the Undertaker.
Right, yeah.
But no one really liked that one. So Wasp Boy is 4-on-4.
Why? It's weird. Mark Galloway, Terry Peters rivalry.
The Terryverse of Madness. Into the Terryverse, we're going to call it. That's the match. Nice. Into the Terryverse.
Exciting. Make sure you tune in on Wednesday.
Big news for this Wednesday, us. We're not playing WWE 2K22. Fall Guys stream.
Fall Guys only.
Fall Guys, yeah, this Wednesday.
Right.
Gonna get the viewers up. I get roughly double the viewers when I'm playing Fall Guys. So.
Yeah, it's because there's about 80,000 more people.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
There's literally about 100 people watch 2K22.
Yeah.
Right then. So that's been the news. Catch us on Wednesday night. Wednesday's day for the podcast, Wednesday night on twitch.tv/WrestleAround for Fall Guys and the return of Wrestled Out at some point. That's right. Join us on Wednesday where we've got a special quiz. I've designed the quiz because I haven't watched the pay-per-view. But we'll get into that. And we'll find out why Terry Peters hasn't had a shirt on all day. Terry Peters, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Aaron, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Scoop L, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you everybody for listening. Join us on Wednesday for another episode of Wrestling Around.